Welcome to PlayBranson, the show where you get to know Branson's entertainers better. I'm your host, Chris Meyer, and today's episode is brought to you by iBranson.com, where you can find the latest Branson show schedules and attraction information. So be sure to go to iBranson.com. On today's show, we have Tracey Field. Now, Tracey is with Beyond the Lens Attractions, and every so often, we talk attractions on the show, and today we're going to talk about Beyond the Lens. I was just recently there and was very impressed with that attraction. And so we'll be right back with Tracey Field on PlayBranson.
There are so many things to do in Branson. You need help planning and booking all your fun. You need iBranson.com. You can find everything Branson has to offer from your computer, tablet, or cell phone. You can even buy tickets online or talk to one of their friendly Branson travel specialists. There's no sales pitches, no delivery fees, no service fees, and no waiting. It's fast and easy. Find your fun at iBranson.com. Do it all online or call 877-ENTERTAIN. That's 877-368-3782. iBranson.com.
Hey folks, welcome to PlayBranson, and on today's show, instead of a show, we actually have an attraction, and I'm here with Tracey Field with Beyond the Lens.
Yes, thanks for having us.
And so I went to Beyond the Lens a while back, and I loved it, and we're going to talk about the whole attraction, but we always talk about your history in the industry and the community, and so you've been here a long time.
I have. I came in the early 80s, was relocated with my job, and fell in love with the area, and obviously been here since.
So tell people some of the stuff you've done over your history here in Branson.
Well, I actually came with a real estate developer, and so I did that for a few years, and then I actually went to work with the Chamber as their membership director, and that was a lot of fun. Got to start business after hours and ribbon cuttings.
Oh, wow.
And that was our first one we ever did was hosted by Stonehill Winery. So it just,
first business after hours.
Yeah.
There's some history right there.
Yeah, it was very funny, and we weren't sure that we would get 200, so we had 200 name tags counted out with a certain color, and we knew if we had to go to the next color, we had surpassed it. And Tom Held at the time was like, I don't know if we're going to do it, and we exceeded it. So it was a great time.
Yeah. Now, what year was that?
That would have been 1987-ish.
So that was before the big boom.
It was before the big boom. Yep, it was really definitely queuing up for that. So I did that, and then had an opportunity to go work for Skaggs Hospital. And when they approached me to do that, that was a little different going into healthcare. But I spent 21 years there, and as I left, a VP of marketing, and saw a lot of growth with the hospital and, of course, the community and how we responded to that.
That's a long time.
It is a long time.
That's pretty darn amazing.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and got to do a lot of different areas, whether it be the marketing, public relations, community wellness, fund development. I was the lead staff on establishing the Skaggs Foundation. So a lot of good stuff.
Yeah. Okay, and then tell us where you went from, what did you do from
Well,
there?
then from there, I still was in healthcare, worked with a software company, and was an account manager for all of the upper Midwest on the post-acute care, so your nursing homes and your assisted living. They were having to live up or meet the standards that hospitals did with their electronic medical records. So we had the software that did that. And so I was the liaison between the coders and the client, and did that for about 4 years, and then came back home, did a little bit with radio and TV, and then have been now with Beyond the Lens for about 4 years.
Wow. So kind of a variety of different jobs, but kind of all in that marketing kind of world.
Yes.
So I think that's really, from the Chamber to the hospital to now an attraction. That's a good career.
It is a good career, and it's been very fun to market and just to look at the differences in the audiences and how you appeal to them and how you communicate to them. And all of them have been very rewarding. And this, being with Beyond the Lens and working with the groups and seeing what our tourist-oriented businesses do day in and day out has been has been really eye-opening to me. When you look at the road warriors that are out there throughout the year, going to various travel shows and trade shows and telling the great story of Branson, the respect I have for them, I think, has gone up a few notches as I've watched them work, for sure.
Yeah, so everybody's vying for people's time and dollar.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, it's very competitive.
And even in Branson, there's so much to do.
Right.
And so Beyond the Lens is in a former theater.
Yes. Yes.
And a lot of people may not even realize that.
No, it's crazy. They transformed the Starlight Theater. So our kind of our flagship is the Fly Ride. And when you are in the Fly Ride and you're experiencing the immersive ride, when you're actually looking at the scenery, you are looking at where you'd be looking at the stage. And we had to dig out down below to have enough, to be able to do the four-story high screen. We actually dug down into the ground.
Yeah. So I did the Fly Ride a couple months ago, first time I'd ever done it, and it was awesome. And so you see this every day, but maybe there's somebody out there that's watching and they have no clue what a Fly Ride is, or what the experience is like. Talk about specifically the Fly Ride.
Well, the Fly Ride is an immersive ride, so you actually are seated and a reveal door opens, the seats go out, your feet are kind of dangling. We have 2 levels. We have 20 seats on the lower level, 20 seats on the upper level. The upper level we say is a little more adventurous because you are pretty high up there. And then those seats have motion, and so you take flight. And you're going to go over, with our flagship one, which is Take Flight Across America, you go over 22 national landmarks, you have wind in your hair, you have smells, you have mist. So you smell the pine, you smell kind of the Coppertone beach smell. And it's just amazing because you get to see 22 national landmarks of this beautiful country. I just had a veteran yesterday ride it, and he came off and said, "Oh my goodness," he said, "this is the best." He goes, "I'm telling everyone." And he told me he did 5 tours in Vietnam.
Wow.
And so, but he was just completely wowed by it. And it is cool. You take off from a carrier, you land on a carrier, you fly with the Blue Angels. So there is definitely some patriotic to that.
So I heard a rumor. I don't, when you hear rumors, you don't know whether they're true or not.
Them, yes.
But they said this thing costs like $1 million. Is that?
It's multi-million.
Multi-million.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it is all the cameras and the seat function. A lot of that technology, the team that put that together were in Canada. So unfortunately when COVID hit, then when the border shut down, that did put us behind. We were hoping to open in the summer of 20, ended up opening in the summer or the fall of 20 around Labor Day. So yes, it is quite elaborate what's behind those scenes to give you that feeling and that experience.
Yeah. So it's not, even though they're moving and all that, it's not like crazy moving.
No.
Like, so most people can handle it.
Yes, I'm not a big thrill rider. I'm not a roller coaster person. I will say the first time I rode it, I was a little anxious, but it is not. It's, you kind of dip when you first go out and people kind of go, whoa, and then you just have it's a hand gliding. That's really what you're doing.
Yeah, very, very smooth.
Yeah.
And when we went with a bunch of tour people, and they were loving it. And I think they were like, maybe not. They were unsure, but after they were done, they were like, yes, we can have our group come do this.
Yes, it's a common reaction. And I think some of the tour operators we've seen, it's just growing. This week we've had several senior tours coming through, and it is really fun to watch their reaction when they come off the flight. They're like, wow, this has been the best thing on the trip, so it's just really cool.
Yes. Okay, we're going to stop right here, and we're going to talk more about what the rest of the venue has besides this Fly Ride. So hang tight, we'll be right back. Going to Branson for some relaxation and fun? You've got to stay with Branson's award-winning hotel family, Meyer Hotels. Meyer Hotels features 5 hotels in Branson with the best locations for your trip. Choose from brands you know and trust, like the Holiday Inn Express on Green Mountain Drive, the Best Western Music Capital Inn, the Best Western Centerpoint Inn, Comfort Inn at Thousand Hills, and the Comfort Inn and Suites. Enjoy refreshing indoor pools and hot tubs. Do you like free? How about a free hot breakfast each morning? Free vacation planning services, and of course, smiles are always free. Want even more value? Go to MeyerHospitality.com and join our e-club to save 15% off your next stay and check out incredible deals with our vacation packages. Call 1-877-FUN-STAY to book Branson's award-winning hotels or visit MeyerHospitality.com. It's your safe choice for award-winning lodging in Branson. MeyerHospitality.com. Hey folks, welcome back to PlayBranson. I'm here with Tracey Field with Beyond the Lens, and we've been talking about the fly ride. Now, one thing we didn't talk about on the fly ride is you change it up for Christmas.
Yep. Well, you know, November 1st is Christmas in Branson. So what we do is we actually add an adventure, and that is the Polar Express journey to the North Pole.
Okay.
And we will immerse you in the runaway train scene from the Christmas classic. And it is so fun. And the seats are programmed. You almost feel like you're chugging with the train.
Oh, wow.
So a chug, chug. Yep. And you dip and you turn, and it's really fun. So at the top of the hour, we do America. At the quarter, we do Polar, bottom, America, and then quarter till Polar. So every hour, and we actually have a holiday combo, which is a great value where they can do both fly rides and all the exhibits.
Okay.
So it's a good, and that'll go through through January 7th through Ozark Mountain Christmas, and so it is a lot. We have a lot of families returning. They've done it now year after year. This is our 4th year, and it really has become a family tradition.
That's
So,
awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And you know, Branson, I think, is at Christmas especially, is all about tradition.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Because whether it's Christmas shows, Silver Dollar City, the Lights of Joy, and now this, like, folks, this is the place to come. And I've been telling you this, the place to come for Christmas. So come on.
Yeah.
Now, as people are driving down Highway 76, on the right-hand side, they see this big building with like a big camera.
Yes.
And that's Beyond the Lens. And so people are like, what is it? And so tell people, what else are they going to experience
Right.
here?
And it is. It's hard. Beyond the Lens, what is that? We've had some folks think it's a camera museum. Beyond the Lens, the whole concept is, you know, we spend so much time in front of our phones. We're kind of disengaged. We're saying go beyond the lens and really immerse yourself into interactive entertainment. So we say entertainment through technology. And so when you go in, you walk through the human kaleidoscope, you walk the red carpet, you do trivia, you do virtual reality, you do augmented reality, you do mysteries and history. The photo opportunities are great. Yes, you can use your phone. We're fine with that. But we also have photo kiosks that capture some really unique, fun photos that will be with you for your lifetime. And then we actually have like a mini escape challenge. And so it's a real fun, and a lot of times very generational. So we say all ages, and someone says, oh, well, that's for kids. Well, no, it's not.
Yeah.
It's, you know, we have a rotary phone in our decades room. So that's always fun to watch, you know, the grandparents showing the little kid. They have no clue what that is. You know,
Yes.
you do what? You have to wait for it to, you know, so it's really fun to see that. And when it goes from the 1960s to 2020, that, you know, you'll see them say, well, I remember when that was going on, or let me tell you about this. So it really does spark some great conversations.
So the term that has been used is, in a lot of respects, is technotainment.
Technotainment, yep.
Right?
Entertainment through technology. Yep.
And so there's certain aspects that are educational, but they're fun, and there's all sorts of variety
Yes.
as well in the deal. How long would it take somebody to kind of go through it, like not hurried, but really grasping it?
It's
all?
on average about 2.5 to 3 hours. If you know they're doing fly ride and then they're also doing the exhibits. The exhibits, the great thing about the exhibits, that's an all-day pass. So they can get their ticket if they want to go grab lunch or grab dinner and come back. They're welcome to do that. So it really is a great value. As you said, we try to have that educational component even in our techno sports area. We have some augmented reality posters that come to life and talk about the Olympics and the history of that and the history of skee ball and things of that nature. And then Hunt for Bigfoot. That's a lot of fun. People love that photo opportunity. It's a very cool, you can look at an interactive map and you can point to anywhere on the United States where there's a dot, and it'll tell you what that sighting was and what the investigation was and what the outcome is. And it's amazing how many of those are.
Yeah,
So,
I just found like there was such a variety, because there was something about what the President Kennedy, or you had a place where I could stand in front of like a presidential podium as well.
Yes, yeah. The White House briefing. You got to give the White House briefing.
The White House briefing. So I was, you know, like I said, I went to it. We did the fly ride. We did the museum, and it was very interesting. Now, you added something else, like almost like a little ride like a bumper deal?
Oh, yeah, our flip zone. So
Yeah.
our flip zone is the only one in Branson proper. There is one other location that has these bumper cars, but they spin 360 degrees and they'll flip you upside down. We do have a button that you can stop the flipping upside down, but why stop that? That's the fun of it.
Right.
If you've got someone they're in there with that's pretty good at hitting that target, you're going to be spinning and flipping. And the laughs that you hear from that when that's going is really, really fun. And of course, families being competitive and trying to get mom or get dad is really fun.
And so is that something they can buy separately, or is that something that's part of the overall package, or both?
That is an add-on,
Okay.
but it is for $3. So it's a minimal add-on.
$3.
Yes,
You can't
so-
buy anything for $3
I
now.
know. You can't buy a cup of coffee for $3.
That's why I don't drink coffee. Like, I've actually, and it's funny you say that, I have never had a cup of coffee a day in my life. Now,
Wow.
I did try coffee this summer in Costa Rica. Folks, this is just ad lib, right? And I did not like it. So I'm like, now I know I've never had a cup of coffee. But people think that's weird.
Oh, it's very weird.
Yeah, I'm a weird guy, I guess. So, but I just
No,
have
I
never.
kind of like my morning coffee
Yeah.
for sure.
So I've saved a lot of money,
Yes, you
because
have.
people go get these $6 coffees every day, and
Yes,
I don't
you should buy yourself something special.
Yeah, I just drink Diet Coke and their Diet
Well,
soda, which
there
isn't
you
very
go.
good
Yeah,
either,
there you
right?
go. There you go.
So, are you guys open year round?
We are open year-round. We do go into a reduced schedule in January and February. So we have Fly Ride is open every day, but our exhibits are open in a shorter narrow, like usually Thursday through Sunday,
Okay.
or Friday and Saturday, Sunday. So we've kind of played with that. But the hours are always on our website. So if you go to beyondthelens.com, that is updated. Same thing with our Facebook page. That's the best source to check those hours in January and February, because as we know, it's a little bit slower.
It's a little slower. But if someone was maybe coming down on the weekend in January
absolutely.
and February, then they could
Yeah,
come out there.
yeah.
And that's what a lot of people really don't realize, is that there are still things to do here in January and February. We don't have 100% of things open, but there is enough for people to get out of the, what do we call it, winter blues, get out of the cabin kind of thing.
Absolutely, yes.
You know?
Yeah, and so they need to come see us.
Now you have another location in Pigeon Forge as well. Very similar experience over there, is that right?
Yes, it's very similar. They actually opened their Fly Ride last summer, so we've had our Fly Ride longer. Got to go out there for their grand opening, but that is our corporate office, and so it's very, very similar.
Now the owners of this, do I understand correctly, they used to be involved with other major attractions?
Yes, our managing partners is the co-creator of Wonderworks. So that is true.
So they've done other attractions as well.
That's been their life. Yep, they know the business.
So they know the business. So folks, here's the deal. It doesn't matter whether you're young or old.
Right.
Beyond the Lens is great for the whole family. So if you're multi-generational, you got grandma and grandpa, mom and dad, and the kids, this is an attraction that will appeal to the whole family. And when I
Correct.
say the whole family, that's all ages. And I mean, I experienced that when I went, that it was definitely something for everyone.
Yeah.
So
Well, good.
what else did I miss? Did I miss anything?
No, I think we did really
We
good. I think
got it all. Okay, folks, be sure to go to Beyond the Lens. And what's the address?
So beyondthelens.com and then the address, we're on 3115 West 76 Country Boulevard.
There we go.
Catty corner from Hollywood Wax Museum and catty corner from Clay Cooper. And right next to
The Best Western, Center Point Inn, and the Spaghetti Restaurant.
Pescetti's. Yeah.
Buzzget. I always have a tough time saying that. Anyway, it's all in the heart of Branson's entertainment. So we'll be back in just a second to wrap the show up.
There are so many things to do in Branson. You need help planning and booking all your fun. You need iBranson.com. You can find everything Branson has to offer from your computer, tablet, or cell phone. You can even buy tickets online or talk to one of their friendly Branson travel specialists. There's no sales pitches, no delivery fees, no service fees, and no waiting. It's fast and easy. Find your fun at iBranson.com. Do it all online or call 877-ENTERTAIN. That's 877-368-3782. iBranson.com.
Hey folks, welcome back to PlayBranson. Our guest this week was Tracey Field. Next week's show, we will welcome back Michael Frost. I think he may be one of the hardest working guys in Branson when it comes to being an entertainer. Now, if you need help planning your Ozark Mountain Christmas, be sure to visit iBranson.com or call 1-877-ENTERTAIN. You can find the latest show schedules, attractions, and lodging options on ibranson.com. You can book it all there, or you can call their phone number and they can help book it on the phone as well. Now, there's still time to get here before the end of the season, so come on. Now, here's the deal. New Year's Eve shows in Branson, there are a lot of them, and a lot of people have discovered that Branson is a great place to come for New Year's Eve. For instance, we have the Clay Goods Jamboree. That's a combination of Clay Cooper and the Hay Goods. We have the Hamners New Year's Eve Festiva Party, Legends in Concert, New Year's Eve celebration. We also have the $1 Million Quartet, Reza, the Showboat Branson Bell, Anthems of Rock, the Amazing Acrobats of Shanghai, and the Americana New Year's Eve show. Now, there are lots of other shows besides those going on throughout the day as well, but those are either the evening or late evening shows on New Year's Eve. So you want to come, check it out. That New Year's Eve is Sunday night, and so you'll probably have Monday off. So come for the whole weekend. Now here's the deal. You can also find us on social media, on Facebook and our YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at PlayBranson. And folks, here's the deal. Music's always better live, so go see some live music this week. That's it for today. We'll see you next week on PlayBranson.